Hey, what is up my fish tank guys and girls? Today I'm going to be giving you an update on the Fluval EVO 13.5 gallon aquarium. This is the November 2021 update. I'm going to take you through, show you guys all the coral, how things are doing, talk to you about the fish, talk to you about the cyno issue that I had, and yeah, just give you an all-around tour. So let's check it out. So I'm actually going to start by working my way around kind of, you'd say clockwise, starting in the back of the aquarium. First, you see here I've got a nice frog spawn coral looking good. It's kind of grown since I put it into the tank and it seems pretty healthy. No complaints there. Now moving over, you'll see here on the sand I have a nice Lobophilia coral. I really love this coral. It's not as puffy as, say, a Trachophilia coral, but it is very colorful. It's got hints of purple and orange and also bluish green hues. It has since grown. If I fed it a little bit more than I do, I feel like it would grow even more. But I really love this coral in the tank. It does really well on the sand down here. It gets enough light, enough flow, and frees up some room on my rock work for some of my other corals. Now you work your way over here. I've got the little island rock in the kind of front of the peninsula style tank here. You'll see I have a large colony of, I think they're zoanthids. I'm not really sure. There's some kind of polyp. I think they're much bigger than standard zoanthids. So if you guys could tell me what these are, that'd be great. Now in regular white light, they look just okay, but in the blue light, they pop a little bit. They have some more color to them. They have grown quite a bit. I have a bunch of new heads on this colony. My hope is that they kind of live in harmony with the acans here that I'm showing you on this rock, but we'll see as time progresses. The acans are doing okay. I really love the color of them, the pinks, oranges, and kind of like light blue, purple stripes on each of the heads. Now these have grown and multiplied a little bit, but when I first put this small colony into this tank, it was on its last legs, so I'm happy that I'm just kind of bringing it back from the dead. Now if we move over, again you'll see another small colony of acans. These are doing okay. Again, I haven't been feeding the corals as much as I would have liked to have been, so I would normally have a lot more heads on these guys. I hope to get into a better routine when it comes to feeding reefroids to this tank. Man, those reefroids are awesome. Now I'm going to work my way up this rock. You'll see here that I have a fathead dendro. It's like half open. Again, it would do a lot better if I fed it regularly. I'm happy it's still alive because these are very hard to come by, and it tends to be open in the evening for some reason. Right now it's kind of in the middle of the day, so it's only half open, but it's kind of finicky in that way, but I really love it. It's an awesome coral. Now moving up the rock, I have multiple colonies of zoanthids. I'm not the type of person that knows the names of all of the zoanthids, like, you know, Darth Maul polyps and, you know, orange slice polyps and, you know, ginger ale raspberry polyps. I don't know, whatever people call them, Tide Pod polyps beats me. Zoas, whatever you want to call them. But I have basically 3 different variations of zoas on this rock. On the right side, I have kind of like neon green, purplish hue zoanthids. I have a small colony of, they're like kind of like purple and orange. And then I have 2 separate frags of the same type of zoanthid. These are some sort of orangish polyp. Under the blue lights they look incredible, but under the white lights they kind of just look like different variations of brown and green. Now moving up the rock again, you'll see I have a cluster of candy cane coral. That thing has grown incredibly fast without much feeding or anything in this tank. I believe when I put it in the tank it had 3 heads. Now it has 3, 6, 8, 10. It's got about 10 to 12 heads on it now. So that's kind of a really awesome success story in this aquarium. And then you'll also see there I have a pretty large size piece of, I believe that is a Monty. It's a cool I don't really know what color you'd call it. It's like a neon orange type of color. I've had the red Monties many times in the past, but never one like this. And I really like this Monty. It's doing really well in the tank. And I hope that it continues to thrive here. Now I'm making a quick detour down to the sand. I don't know what these are called. It's some type of brain coral, I believe. I haven't gotten it to grow very much. I haven't really found a good place for it, so it's kind of just chilling out down here in the sand. Now, last but not least, probably my favorite coral in this tank is the beautiful torch coral that I have near the rear of the tank, but near the front of the side of the tank that's facing the room. This is an awesome coral. It started out much smaller than this. It's grown considerably. It adds a lot of nice movement and kind of peaceful serenity to the tank, I guess you could say. So I really love having this coral in the aquarium. It's one of my favorite pieces. It's kind of big. It hasn't really split enough so I could frag off one of the heads of the torch, but I'm thinking someday in the future it definitely will. Now let's quickly talk about the inhabitants of the tank. I do have some hermit crabs that are still wandering around. There are still some small snails. Some of the hermit crabs have died off over time naturally. And at this point in time, I have 2 fish in the tank. The one fish I have is the pajama cardinal. He's really cool. I only got him a couple weeks ago, but he's doing very well in the tank. He just kind of hangs out. He'll come to the front of the tank when he knows it's feeding time. So he's really a cool addition to the aquarium. The other fish that I have is this striped dottyback. He seems to be peaceful. He seems to get along with PJ, the pajama cardinal, just fine. So I just have the 2 fish for right now, but that's fine for me. I'd say overall the tank is looking really good. All right, I'm gonna kind of zoom out here and show you guys an overall view of the tank. Wah wah wee wah, woo! I mean, this tank's looking pretty good. I don't feed the corals as much as I would like to. I feel like the zoa colonies would be huge. I feel like I would have more heads on the acans. The lobo would be bigger if I fed these corals the way I should. I wanted to feed them a couple times a week. I feed them maybe once every few months, and they're still doing good. They're not growing exponentially, but they're still growing. They're still healthy, and I'm overall happy with everything in this tank right now. So once again, I'm the Fish Tank Guy. Thank you so much for checking out this update of the Fluval EVO here. If you guys have a Fluval EVO at home, I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. I love this tank. It's really easy to take care of, and it really has a great visual appeal to it. I would recommend this tank to anybody. I'm actually going to do a video focusing on this tank for beginners in the coming weeks because I think it is the perfect beginner tank. So if you like this video, please hit the like button. If you haven't yet subscribed, please consider doing so. And that's all I've got for today. So until a future Fish Tank Guy video, I will see you guys soon.